man, do I have news for you. Um, Good morning, evening, whatever, afternoon, however, whenever you are watching this, Apollo Baptist Church. But do I have news for you? Um, so we have a Wednesday morning food bank, I guess, that we're doing now. That we started. Sylvia kind of had the idea on a one time we'll do something on Wednesday morning, and we've been doing it every week since. We just have a sign out on the street, inviting people who need food to come and get food boxes. Well, it's been going. God has been using it like crazy, and we have one family who watched the sermon last night, I think it was, and is being followed up with a deacon on hearing the gospel, on responding to it. They're not really a church family, but they got help from us and they're interested in the gospel because of it. So they're in touch with a deacon to help them understand what they're hearing, which is awesome. We got a call yesterday from a couple, an elderly couple who said, well, our doctor said we can't leave the house because of our health conditions, and we have no food. We're just eating oranges off of our trees in the back. Is there any way you can help us? We delivered food to them. John Phelps has struck up a relationship with one of our neighbors right around the church as we're helping him. His wife's in the hospital, and it's hard for him to get supplies, so we deliver supplies to them, and that's led to some gospel conversations. But the best news I got was last night. So one of the guys that came to get a food box from us needed some more help. He's a window cleaner and in a desperate situation, trying to provide for his family. Just had no clients at all, that just nobody was calling him. And so I just felt the Lord was kind of moving, drawing us to him. And so he cleaned our whole church property. And it was a huge blessing to him. He was so grateful. I shared the gospel with him and then passed him on to a deacon who lived nearby him. I passed him on to Butch, lived right next to him. Butch had 3 meetings with him, including him watching the sermon and following up with it. His 3rd meeting with Butch was last night, and he prayed to receive Christ. What? Who'd have thunk? It was in his backyard. They didn't go inside. It was just backyard talking about the gospel during the pandemic, and the guy commits his life to Christ. I mean, for real? What joy in heaven? Do you think? What joy in heaven? So, wow. Some things I'd like you to consider. His family are in a tough spot. The guy who just gave his life to Christ, and his wife works for a pulmonologist office, and and she isn't getting very many hours, ironically. But he could really use some work. So if you have it in your heart, if you got some dirty windows and you'd like him to come, I think it's $7 for the outside of the window. So if you'd like to hire a window cleaner, and as you do it, encourage him and celebrate with him as part of his church family, call the church office and we will put you in touch with him. We've only known him a very short amount of time. I would say we don't really know him all that well. So I'm not going to say I know all about his life, but I can say that he's cleaned the church property and he's actually come to my house and he's done a great job as well. So if you'd like a professional window cleaner to come and clean your windows, give us a call and we will put you in touch with him and encourage the guy in his newfound relationship with Jesus Christ. Wow, what a day. So again, I want to encourage you, if you have not gone onto our website and looked at our, there's a little link at the bottom of the front page and in the sermons page on how on reporting a gospel interaction. So if nothing else, report the one person you're praying for and working on inviting to spiritual things, discussions, and hopefully a gospel presentation. Report your one there, and you can also report gospel interactions with your one or with anybody else. Connections you have with people you're inviting to spiritual activity, that kind of thing. Conversations, that means the discussions you're having about the Bible or about the sermon, whatever. And then conversions. So Butch has a bunch of stuff to report this week. Got his work cut out for him, doesn't he? But go to the website and make sure you're reporting that, because on Thursday I'm going to give a big video report with our evangelism display, updating all of our churches, gospel efforts this week. Love you. Can't wait to see you. But God is working, whether conventionally or not. Praise the Lord.